Assalamualaikum students, this is your Miss Sadia from Chemistry Department. Welcome to my channel Our Chemistry.
Students, there is a fundamentals of chemistry topic. Students, today our topic is the mole, Avogadro's number. So let's start. When you go to a supermarket, do you buy things with measuring units or you buy things without measuring the amount of substance? Yes, students, do you buy things without measuring the amount of substance? Obviously, students, you always buy things with measuring units. So what are those measuring units? Do you know them? Let's suppose if you go to a supermarket and you want to buy something. Let's suppose if you want to buy some potatoes, juices, rice, some oranges and eggs. So what unit do you use to measure the amount of these substances? Students, I'm sure you know about those terms. For potatoes and rice, we use the term kg, and for juices, we use the term milliliter, and for oranges and eggs, we use the term dozen. Most of the fruits are counted as a unit dozen. Here you can see that students, fruits and vegetable prices are mentioned with their units. Here I'm gonna show you a video where you can see that vegetables and fruits are mentioned, their prices are mentioned with their units. Yes, students, you have seen it. They all fruits and vegetables prices are mentioned with their units. So students, counting units that we use in our daily life. 1 dozen means 12 items or 12 of something, and similarly 1 gross means 144 or 144 items, and similarly 1 pair means 2 or 2 of things, and 1 ring means 500. But students, when we talk about the chemist, and as you know, chemists work with chemicals and many small entities like atoms, ions, molecules, electrons, and many other small entities. Dealing with these small entities, what term scientists use to measure the amount of these tiny particles? The mole. Scientists use the term mole. It is a SI unit and it is used for measuring the amount of a substance. The mole concept allows chemists to count atoms. So students, what is a mole? It is a counting unit. Yes, students, it is not the animal mole that you may be aware of, or it is not the mole that may be present on your face or somebody else's face. It is purely a chemistry unit that is used for measuring the amount of tiny particles. Okay. Now students, there is a question. Why do scientists use the term mole to measure the amount of substance? Students, the answer is that, as you know, atoms, ions and molecules, they are very tiny particles, they are macroscopic particles, but huge in number. And you know the term mole comes from the Latin word meaning heap or a pile. And as you know, atoms, ions and molecules, they are in large number, they are in a pile. They are small in size, but they are in a pile. So that's why the term used for measuring the amount of these tiny particles. Now students, 1 mole of anything. Students, 1 mole of anything, it is nothing, it is just a number that is equal to Avogadro's number, 6.022 exponent 23 particles. And you know students, number of particles, there are 3 kinds of number of particles: atoms, ions and molecules. At number of particles, they may be of 3 kinds: atoms, ions and molecules. Very big number. Students, do you think that 6.022 exponent 23, it's a very big number, it's not a small number? So students, what is the mystery behind this number? Yes students, as you know, atoms, ions and molecules, they are very tiny particles and they are in a large number, so they need a really big number to represent them. So that's why a scientist named Lorenzo Romano Amado Carlo Avogadro came up with this concept. That's why student, the mole, it is also known as Avogadro's number, that is equal to 6.022 exponent 23. Basically, a mole is an amount of substance that contains 6.022 exponent 23 particles of that substance. This experimentally determined number is known as Avogadro's number, and it is represented by the symbol Na. N means number and A means Avogadro, so that's why it is known as Avogadro's number. Students, it is exactly like the everyday units. For example, one pair shoes means 2, and one dozen eggs means 12, and one ream means 500 sheets of paper. So students, similarly, mole is also like the everyday units because it is also a counting unit. The mole is simply a unit of counting. One dozen eggs means 12 individual eggs. So, and half dozen eggs means 6 individual eggs. Similarly, students, if you relate it with the mole, 1 mole of X means 6.022 exponent 23 X, and half mole of X, obviously it would be the half of Avogadro's number, 3.011 exponent 23 X. Now, students, there is an interesting question for you. Can you go to a shop and say, I want to get Avogadro's number chocolates? Means you want to buy 1 mole of chocolates, and 1 mole means very big number, very large value. So, students, just think about it. Can you get those many chocolates? Of course, students, you can, but the only problem is that the shop won't really have those many chocolates, and then neither you will be able to carry those many chocolates. So, students, Avogadro number is just a number, and it is represent to quantity, but it is really a huge number that is used in chemistry to measure the amount of tiny particles. Now, students, there is another question: does a dozen eggs have same mass as a dozen bananas? Means their both counting unit is same, dozen. But if we have 1 dozen of eggs and 1 dozen of bananas, their counting unit is same, but do they both have same mass? Okay, let's see. If we put 1 mole of eggs and 1 mole of bananas on separate balances, we would see a difference in mass. This occurs because eggs atoms are different from bananas atoms. They both have different composition of atoms. Thus, the mass of 1 dozen eggs does not equal to the mass of 1 dozen bananas. So, understood, students? It means that their counting unit is same, but their mass is different. Why? Because the composition of atom is different. Now, students, there is another question: does a mole of carbon atoms have a different mass than a mole of sulfur atoms? Yes, students, if you have sulfur and a carbon, their both counting unit is same, 1 mole. But if they both are 1 mole, but their mass, do they both have same mass? Okay, students, let's see. If we put 1 mole of carbon and 1 mole of sulfur on separate balances, we would see a difference in mass. This occurs because carbon atoms are different from sulfur atoms. They both have different composition of atoms. Thus, the mass of 6.022 exponent 23 carbon atoms does not equal to the mass of 6.022 exponent 23 sulfur atoms. Understood, students? It means that their counting unit is same, they both are 1 mole, and the amount is equal to the Avogadro's number, but still they have the different mass because due to their composition is not same. So that's why we conclude that, students, the number is always the same, but the mass is very different. Now, molar mass. Before going ahead, I would like to tell you about what is a molar mass because it is also very important to understand the concept of the mole. The mass of 1 mole of a substance is called as molar mass. It means that, student, the mass, if the quantity of any substance is 1 mole, it means that the mass present in 1 mole will be known as its molar mass. Understood? Like, students, there are 118 elements are arranged in a periodic table. They are very systematically arranged in a periodic table, and their atomic masses are given. Students, their atomic masses are in AMU, but if you represent them in gram, it becomes its molar mass, because if their quantity, if we suppose that they are in 1 mole, if they are in 1 mole, so the mass present in 1 mole will be known as its molar mass. Understood? Example, let's take an example of iron. The atomic mass of iron is 55.85 AMU. It is atomic mass that is given. But students, if we talk about the molar mass means the quantity is 1 mole. Okay, so it becomes the molar mass. So the what would be the molar mass of iron, the if the atomic mass of iron is 55.85 amu? Yes, students. Therefore, the mole mass of iron is 55.85 gram. Understood, students? So what have you seen it? You have seen it, the value is same, but the unit is different. So only due to the difference in unit, it becomes a different term, because the atomic mass unit is 55.85, but whenever we talk about molar mass, we use it in a gram. Now, students, here you can see that it's very important, don't forget to learn it. 1 mole, if we have a quantity 1 mole, the mass present in 1 mole will be known as its molar mass, and the amount and the how many particles will be present in 1 mole, that would be equal to its Avogadro's number, 6.022 exponent 23 particles. Understood? This relation is very important and don't forget it. Now, scientific definition of the mole. Students, up till now, we have discussed about what is a mole and what is a Avogadro's number and what is a molar mass. But what is the scientific definition? Do you know? Okay, let's see. Scientifically, 1 mole is the amount of any substance that contains the same number of particles as the number of atoms in exactly 12 grams of carbon 12. The molar mass of carbon 12 is 12 gram, and the 12 gram of carbon contains 1 mole. Students, you know that we have discussed before, like in a previous chapter we have discussed the atomic mass and the molecular mass and formula mass of different substances, where we take the carbon as a standard. Same in case of molar mass, because they both are same, only the difference in its unit. So students, the molar mass, atomic mass of carbon is 12 gram, but if we discuss it in a molar mass, it becomes the 12 gram. And the 12 gram, why do we say that it is 12 gram? Because we take the quantity 1 mole. So in a 12 gram of carbon contains 1 mole. So there is another very important thing, number of atoms in 1 mole of carbon 12 is equal to 6.022 exponent 23 atoms. So students, don't forget this relation. Whenever we have a quantity 1 mole, the mass would be known as its molar mass, and the amount of particles or the amount of substance will be equal to its Avogadro's number. Understood? Now, students, it can be used for all kinds of particles. Students, it is not only limited for carbon 12, we can use for all kinds of particles. Let's take an example of sulfur. Atomic mass of sulfur is 32.1 amu. So students, if the atomic mass of sulfur is 32.1 amu, so what would be the molar mass of sulfur? Yes, students, the molar mass of sulfur atom is also 32.1, but in gram, not in amu, because now it is a molar mass, not the atomic mass. Now students, understood the difference between the atomic mass and molar mass? Good. How many number of moles in 32.1 gram? Yes students, now it's your turn. Just think about it before getting the answer, that if we have the molar mass 32.1 gram, so how many number of moles will be present in a molar mass? Yes, 32.1 gram of sulfur atom contains 1 mole. And how many number of atoms in 1 mole of sulfur? And students, if we have the quantity 1 mole, if we have the molar mass 32.1 gram, so how many number of atoms will be in 1 mole? Yes, we have discussed it. Yes, number of atoms in 1 mole of sulfur equal to its Avogadro's number, 6.022 exponent 23 atoms. Understood, students? Okay, let's go ahead. Just taking another example of copper atom. Atomic mass of copper atom is 63.54 amu. So what would be the molar mass of copper atom? Obviously students, molar mass of copper atom is 63.54 gram. Okay, how many number of moles in 63.54 gram? Yes students, if we have a molar mass, so how many number of moles in a molar mass? Yes, 63.54 gram of copper atom contains 1 mole. And the how many number of atoms in 1 mole of copper? Yes students, how many number of atoms in 1 mole of copper will be equal to 6.022 exponent 23 atoms. Understood? Now, students, water is a molecule. For example, molecular mass of water is 18 amu. Now we will use it a molecule with water because it is a molecule. So molecular mass of water is 18 amu. And you know students, how do we calculate the molecular mass? We have discussed earlier in previous chapter. So, molar mass of water molecules is 18 gram. Only the difference in its unit, the value is same. How many number of moles in 18 gram? Yes, students, how many number of moles? And don't forget it, 18 gram is a molecular mass because water is a molecule, so we use it a molecule. So 18 gram of water contains 1 mole. Yes, students, same in case of atomic mass, same it is same like in a molecular mass. If we have a molecular mass, we say that it is 18 AMU, but in a molar mass it becomes 18 gram. Now in 18 gram the quantity of mole is 1 mole. Now next question is, how many number of molecules in 18 gram? Yes, students, how many number of molecules in 18 gram? Yes, number of molecules in 1 mole of water equal to 6.022 exponent 23 molecules. Understood, students? Now, students, it's also very important. 1 mole is equal to 6.022 exponent 23 particles. You have learned it. And 1 mole is also equal to Avogadro's number. You have also learned it. Now, another 1 mole is equal to the atomic mass of an element expressed in gram. Students, see all three things you have learned about the concept of the mole. 1 mole, it is also known as the Avogadro's number, and the value of Avogadro's number is 6.022 exponent 23 particles, and these particles may be atoms, ions and molecules. And 1 mole, it is also known as the mass present in 1 mole, it is exactly like the atomic mass, but we express it in a gram. Start, we have carbon atom, sodium atom, carbon dioxide molecule and sugar molecules. Okay, students, they all are equal. They seems to be equal, but on the basis of what this is supposed to be equal? Because they all have the same number of particles. Like carbon has the 6.022 exponent 23 atoms, sodium has same, and carbon dioxide and glucose, they all have the same values. And carbon dioxide and glucose, they are molecules, so we use it a molecule with them. So students, why their composition is different, they are different kinds of substances, but their amount is same. So why their amount is same? Just think about it, students. Why? On the basis of what they all have the same quantity? Because yes, the amount of carbon is 1 mole, and sodium is also 1 mole, carbon dioxide is 1 mole, and glucose is also 1 mole. If they all are 1 mole, it means that the amount present in 1 mole will be equal to its Avogadro's number. So students, we have concluded that whatever the substance is, but if they are in 1 mole, so their number of particles will be same. Understood?
Let's review some important points. The mole. The mole is a counting unit in chemistry. Students, we have learned that the mole is simply a unit of counting for tiny particles like atoms, ions and molecules, and it is defined as the number equal to the number of carbon atoms in exactly 12 grams of pure carbon 12, and it has the value equal to 6.022 exponent 23 particles, and it is called Avogadro's number. And students, 1 mole of anything consists of 6.022 exponent 23 unit of that substance, and it is just like this unit is just like a everyday unit, like just like a dozen eggs. 1 mole of eggs is 6.022 exponent 23. As we have discussed before, that if you have 1 dozen eggs, it means that it has the quantity 12, because 1 dozen means 12 of item, 12 items or 12 of something. Same, if we have a quantity 1 mole, it means that the value and the amount equal to its Avogadro's number 6.022 exponent 23.
Students, I hope you have learned about the basic concept of the mole. If you have any question, you may ask in comment section, and I am also giving my Gmail ID in description. Thank you so much, students, for watching my channel.